Hello, and welcome back to the Juniper JNCIA Junos course. My name is Chris Frisch. This is Section 3 of the course, and Section 3 is all about getting familiar with the CLI interface. In this video, we will look at the 3 CLI modes and talk about what they are used for. Okay, let's go ahead and log into our test writer here. There we go. When you first log into a Junos device from the console, you will be at the Unix shell prompt, which will be denoted by the % at the prompt. There are a few useful commands to know in this CLI mode. You can use this command to see the Unix system processes and usage. This will basically show you all of the Unix processes. It will give you a snapshot view of all the processes and their operational details. uname-a. This command will give you a few details on the host name and some other OS details. Another command is dmesg. This command will list some kernel errors. This command could be useful when you suspect there is a major problem with your device that may require you to RMA it. There is really not a whole lot to do in the Unix shell prompt. You will never really need to do anything in the Unix shell as far as troubleshooting and configuring your device. So let's go on into operational mode with the command CLI. Operational mode is primarily for monitoring and troubleshooting. Here you have access to a lot of show commands that give you status, monitoring, and troubleshooting data. Notice that the operational mode prompt is denoted by the greater than sign. Let's take a look at some of these commands. So the command you will probably use the most in operational mode is the show commands. So if you type in show, then the question mark, we can see all of our options for the next statement. There are quite a few options here, and you can just hit enter or the space bar to continue scrolling through the options. So let's try the command show chassis alarms. Okay, so it's telling us here that there are no alarms active as we have not configured any. This is where we would go to view information on any configured alarms that have been triggered by an event that we have configured it to fire upon. Now let's move into the configuration mode with the command configure. You can also use the command edit, which will do the same thing. So if we exit back out of configuration mode and type in edit, it will do the same thing. Some people say edit mode, other people say configuration mode, but both terms are referring to the same thing. Notice that the configuration mode is denoted by the # at the end of the prompt. In Junos, the device configuration is stored in hierarchy of statements. So when you enter configuration mode, you're editing this configuration. So the type of commands you're entering here are primarily for configuring Junos software, including interfaces, routing, user access, security, and system and hardware properties. The main types of commands you will use in this mode are set commands, delete commands, and show commands, and of course the commit commands to check and save your configuration. So let's take a look at some of these commands.